You can easily alter the course menu in any of your Blackboard courses to make it simpler for students to navigate to different course components. In addition to the default elements that are already in this menu, you can add any number of other things that would be handy for your students to have simple access to. To add to your course menu, you're going to look for this little plus icon to the top left of the course menu. So if you hover over that, you'll have a number of different options that you can choose from. You can choose between a content area, so that's like a high-level folder, or a blank page. Or you can create links to things that already exist in your course. So if you, say, wanted to make use of journals in your class, you could come to the tool link here. You could go to the drop-down and choose the Journals tool. Give it a name. We'll call it Journals just for the sake of consistency. Say that you want it available to users. Click on Submit. And all of a sudden, your students have access to the Journal tool directly from the course menu. You can do the same thing with course content. So if you had, say, a folder already set up for some of your weekly content, if you come back up to that plus icon and come down here to Course Link, that's going to let you put in a link to anything that already exists in your course. So if I click on that, it's going to ask me what location I want to link to. And if I click on Browse, that's going to pull up a hierarchical menu of everything that's in my course. So I don't have a lot in my course right now, but I do have this week 1 folder. And so if I click on that, it's going to name it the same thing by default. I'm going to tell it to be available to users. And when I click on Submit, I'm going to have a link to all of that week 1 content, that folder, everything that's in it, right there. So this makes navigation, again, somewhat simpler for students. I can do the same thing with assignments too. So if I come back up here and go back down to the course link one more time, if I click on Browse, I once again have access to all of the stuff in my course, but this time, if I want to send my students directly to the test that they need to complete, I can choose that instead. Once again, make it available and click on Submit. So that's pretty straightforward. In some ways, this can get a little bit unwieldy. So it is helpful to know as well about these last 2 options on the list, which are subheader and divider. So if I go down here and choose divider, that's just going to put in an automatic line there. That's going to let me separate some things out from other things and divide this up to be a little bit neater. I can also choose to put in a subheader, which is just a piece of text. So if I come to subheader and let's say I want to have a section that's just for tests. We'll tell it that I want a subheader that says tests in it. So now I have my divider and my subheader, and any of the pieces that I've got here, I can drag and drop them around so that all of a sudden I have my course menu a little bit more organized.